Bro, we were in Cairo, and like the guy, this tour guide was showing us all the pyramids and everything else. And the thing is, he kept talking about like how late we were to everything. Yeah. So like he kept rushing us. Like he goes, "This right here is the world's first hieroglyphic. The first writing ever in the world is right here. Don't look at it too long. We don't have much time." And then we're looking, and he goes, "Over here we have an authentic mummy from 5000 BC. However, we are very late." And I was like, "Dog, can we enjoy anything?"
And then remember, you'd get mad if we walked away.
Oh my God, bro! Dave
I kept walking away.
No, Dave walked away, and he goes, "Right over here, we have the first biggest piece of pyramid that we. Where the fuck is David going right now?"
I was so tired.
You moved on too quick.
And then he goes, "Over here, we have someone ruining the tour."
Do you want to introduce the episode, or shall I introduce the episode?
Yeah, Paul.
No, I thought E.T. was going to turn his head and be like, "Our next two guests."
Elia.
Paul, why don't you introduce the episode?
Our next two guests.
Why don't you introduce the episode?
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, let me just say,
If you don't know the name of the show, bro, this is going to be real bad,
bro, check it out. Hey, what is up, everybody? Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah. Welcome to Jibber Jabber. I am AJ's friend and guest on the show. Today, we have a very, very special show. We have guest Dave Merheje and also the host of the show, AJ. AJ, thank you for being with us today.
You know what? Well done. Considering you only started following me on Instagram 8 minutes ago, I'm really impressed with that, bro.
And what did you say?
I'm really impressed, bro.
AJ, I'm also impressed. What else I'm impressed with? What an impressive catalog of work. You've done so much. Tell me, what is it like being a Lebanese podcaster in 2023?
Who can speak Egyptian?
Do you know what yeah, right? Dude, I love the bounce, bro. The bounce is actually kind of turning me on, bro. Keep bouncing. Keep bouncing. Now we know what he looks like when it's all going down, bro. So if you want to resume that. No, I really want to welcome you guys and start off, by saying fuck you very much for bringing me in here so early. I'd never do episodes this early. Honestly, I fucking hate it, bro. It's hot.
It's 11:30.
It's bright. Yeah, no, actually, you were late. It's 12:10.
What? We was 2 minutes late.
Bro, we were about to start, and then you started talking about the shadow from your hat blocking some shit, and then you were like, "It will look a lot cooler if I put it on backwards. Let me put it on backwards." And then we had to change all the lighting so you could have a cool hat backwards, bro. What's that all about?
Yeah, you do look like you own a shawarma restaurant and a skateboard park
at the same place, right? It's literally the same place.
It feels like you look like you've lost your. I'm not even.
Yeah, you do look like Tony Hawk, yani.
Sir? But the Lebanese version, what's the Lebanese version of Tony Hawk?
I don't know.
Tony Heck.
Tony Heck.
Tony Hayek.
Tony Hayek.
Tony Hayek. Not to be confused with Selma Hayek.
You are also Lebanese. Do you know this? Obviously, this thing with Lebanese people, right? Where you could literally say any name to a Lebanese person, and they will find a family tree that takes them back to Lebanon.
Yeah, I'm on. As a Lebanese person, I'm on board for
right?
That. Yeah,
you can literally be like Will Smith. Okay, so you see his grandfather used to go and work in the engine factory. He also had a Lebanese woman, who wife, and he had like always is gonna go back to Lebanese.
Well,
which is true because I get it because obviously the beginnings of the earth was in Lebanon.
Look,
Phoenicia.
Is it really?
Yeah, no, definitely not, bro.
Yeah, it's not. Shit.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised because Lebanese are these people who are everywhere. Like you could literally go to any place in the world and there'll be a Lebanese family there. Granted, they're probably like doing bad shit, but like Australia, don't ever say you're Lebanese in Australia.
No, I know. Ever. I've been twice.
I went there, bro, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go see all these Australian chicks and blah blah blah, and I was just surrounded by Lebanese, who they call Lebos, in Byron Bay, and they were like, yeah, don't, because they're literally like the criminals. They run the whole of Australia. You're looking at me like you're both. Trying to figure out what I'm talking about and not impressed with me saying this about Lebanese people.
No,
I have Lebanese friends. I can say this, and I have Lebanese family.
Roll the tape back.
Roll it back. He's just in there. He's too interested in what I'm saying, and I don't like that coming from him.
No, I'll tell you this. I went twice, and before I went, my friend Massimo is a comedian, and he's Italian. He goes, bro. He's from Montreal. He goes, bro. He goes, they're racist to the Lebanese. I go, yeah. He goes, they call them Lebos, and he goes. Also, the women, you know what I mean? They'll talk to you. And so I went waiting for both. and none of it happened.
No.
Just
I was
underwhelming.
every day waiting. I'm like, hey, the racism's coming.
Yeah, it's
and nope, women are going to talk to me. Not at all. But I had a lot of beef pies.
So, but what did you want out of it? You wanted racist sex?
I wanted a woman that would call me a lebo and then make out with me.
Yeah, while making out
I
with
wanted
you.
a racist.
But you wanted her to be lebo being racist to you about being Lebanese, or just any Australian woman?
I wanted it to be a racist racist Lebanese woman who was conflicted, and we make out till the morning, and we both she starts crying, and I go, what's wrong? She's like, I'm conflicted, I don't want to be racist. And then we push our tears together.
So she waited till the morning to start crying. She didn't cry directly after sex.
No, there was no sex.
Oh, there was no sex.
There was no sex.
Wait, this
keeping it
happened?
halal.
No.
I feel like he's retelling a story that
Yeah,
happened,
bro, that sounded
because there
hella
was a
real.
lot
No,
of detail. He was like, she was wearing these Powerpuff Girl pajamas.
Yeah.
There was like a lot of detail in it.
No, that didn't happen.
No?
There was no love in Sydney
None
or
at all.
Melbourne.
But thing is, were you actively looking for like love?
For
in
love?
those cities?
I was trying to holler. I was looking for I was on the lookout for spiders and alligators, but on the look for a beautiful woman.
Would you have been really pissed off if the love came from an alligator or a spider?
If
Or
an
was it
alligator
specific?
showed up with a wig, or not even a wig, just an alligator that professed its love to me and said, hey, you looking kind of fly, and did whatever move the alligators do, I would have.
Yeah,
I would've
I mean, if
made
an
out-
alligator
I would've
starts
made out with an
speaking
alligator.
English to
Right?
us,
But it would have been
we'd have to
Australian
have
English,
sex with
right?
it.
Right? For
Oh,
sure,
yeah.
right?
No, if it's like a Muslim alligator, that's like, Assalamu alaikum, Dave. What are you doing?
Dude, if an alligator grappled me, I'm pretty sure, and it was like, we're gonna have sex. I go, well, I mean, the ball's in your court.
The balls are in your court, both of them, bro.
Jeez.
What do you,
Wow.
geez, you're gonna tell the alligator to get off? There's no way you can fight it off. You're taking it.
No, but it depends.
Bro, they
You
got
can
small
discuss
ass
it
arms.
before, bro. Yeah, it's true. They do have kind of T-Rex arms.
They're still, you seen when they come in.
I haven't, to be honest. I've
seen-
never had an alligator experience,
I've seen it
especially
on
not fucking
TV.
one.
He's like,
You've watched alligator porn, so you're like me.
No,
when
I
you're on
don't watch
Pornhub,
porn. I don't
you're
watch
on
porn.
page 76.
I don't watch
It's all
porn.
about lighting.
Bro,
it's all about
are you in
everything, right?
Pornhub? You watching Pornhub?
He's
I'll tell
watching-
you straight up.
Pornhub.
I don't watch animal porn. Nothing
By the way,
nothing against it.
Because you don't want to find love in the wrong places.
Yeah, I don't want to find love. I want to find. Yeah, I don't want to find love.
By the way, I do want to talk about. We're talking about alligator porn, and the crew members are all just like, "What?"
Yeah, they're just like confused as hell right now.
But one of them lit a cigarette.
Yeah, no, to be honest, that would be Hussein. If anyone's smoking a cigarette, I'd be Hussein who's sitting
Yeah, yeah.
there. I've seen him do it during the episode. So yeah, it's good to have you guys in Dubai, man. I mean, I've always wanted an episode to get cancelled, and I feel like this is going to be the first one. Narcy's one almost got cancelled the other day, funnily
Why?
enough. I don't know. I got a message from YouTube going, hey, we're going to kind of like strike you for this episode. So I'm not sure what he said in the episode. But
I mean, look, I've never been. I'll tell you this: we've never had strikes against us criminally
yeah.
in the podcast world. So I think you're safe, right? Paul, you're safe. I'm safe. I'm clean as well.
I don't know, because at the same time, it looks like that you're
Yeah.
doing that. What's that thing called when you sexually strangle yourself and stuff like that?
Oh, when you sexually strangle yourself.
Asphyxiation, sexual,
yeah.
with the headphone cable there. So I feel like
I don't know
I
how
feel
to
like
work it.
he's trying to really enjoy
Yeah, no,
this
no. I'll
episode
tell-
more than he should.
No, I'll tell you
So
this.
is that how you perform best when you're doing?
No,
Sexual
I'll tell you guys
asphyxiation?
this: I am STD free.
Right?
Yeah, I am
Now?
clean. I mean, I've been clean my whole life. I
No.
wear condoms. I wear condoms when I'm not even having sex.
Just in general,
Just
you're
in
wearing
general.
one
I'm
now,
wearing-
right?
Yeah, I'm wearing one now, and even when I'm like doing laundry, I'm like fully. You never know.
Do you wear it backwards like the cap, or is it just the normal way?
No, I let it hang
Right?
sometimes a little bit.
just
So.
a little bit, just off
Yeah,
the
yeah,
edge.
yeah. Just why you know. So this is gonna be a safe podcast, and
Yeah.
it's gonna be a safe sexual world.
I
Hell
really
yeah.
appreciate that. So
I want you to
I'm
know.
guessing if anyone, who is anyone in this country watches this, you won't be invited back to Dubai for any more shows,
Shit.
right?
I mean, based on this shirt, yeah.
What's wrong with this shirt, bro?
Dude, he's got a wife beater on, bro. You
Yeah.
cannot knock a wife beater, especially when the rest of the shirt is see-through.
But
to
I
let
don't even think
see
you
that.
can call.
Yeah,
it's,
player.
it's called a tank top now, isn't it?
Nah, bro. This is just called fabric at this point.
Okay. Oh, I didn't know you were into fabric like that.
Yeah,
I like
player.
that.
I'm a fabricista.
Yeah.
I like that. Frabakista.
You look like an extra in Jurassic
On what?
Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park.
Like Jeff
You know
goes,
what?
hey, we have to
Part
see
of
the
me, yeah.
dinosaurs.
No, part of me was like, in my head was going, that's not a good joke. But then I looked at you again. I was like, that's very, very on point.
Yeah.
You do look like an extra on Jurassic
No,
Park.
because Jeff Goldblum, Jeff
Jeff
Blowboom.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, Jeff Blowboom. Yeah, he was so calm when the dinosaurs were coming.
Yeah, I know. That's a big. I feel that's unrealistic.
Yeah, but he's been there before, right?
No, even the first one he was calm.
No, but you never know. He might have had sex with dinosaurs. I mean, if we're doing alligators and stuff like that, he might have had 1 or 2 previous stands
Interactions with
a dinosaur.
with
so
a
he
T-Rex.
knows- Yeah. Came out of it all right.
Yeah.
It was fine.
I was like, how was it? They used too much teeth.
Right.
I didn't like it.
And that's where circumcision first came from, the dinosaur days, with all the teeth that was going on. Tell me about Dubai. How are you guys feeling? Is your first time?
I've never been to Dubai. Why did I look at it like I was at a conference?
Yeah,
I've never been to
I've
Dubai.
never been to Dubai. I'm looking forward to this fight. I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I've been training. Weight cut was hard, but I'm good to go. So how you liking Dubai?
I was telling Paul I like the Uber drivers here because they don't tell you about their dreams.
Really? What that happens in America a lot?
Oh my God, bro. Bro,
What,
do you know
dreams
how
specifically?
many
Yeah.
times I've had to hear about how their band broke up?
Or the band that they're making and can listen to this track.
Yeah.
What do you think? Yeah, yeah.
I had one guy he goes, do you want to hear my music? And I go, sure. And then he pulled the car over and then did an acoustic set.
No.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be, bro. I wouldn't be surprised. Do you know what I mean?
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. It probably
And like
happened
stared
somewhere.
you dead in the eye
Yeah.
throughout the whole set.
He had
right?
a milk
Just
crate.
literally playing
We
and
both
looking
had
you
milk
dead in the
crates
eye,
and he
right?
played it for me. Yeah.
Bro, I've literally had like Ubers. Well, the thing is also in Los Angeles, like there's a lot of like struggling
Where you're
artists.
from?
Yeah, that's where we live. We live in
Yeah,
Los Angeles right now. So it's like there's a lot of people that are like struggling artists and they're doing this like, they're driving for Uber and other things. Also, it's like they can start work when they want. And a lot of them are just like,
Well, not really, because they're poor, so they have to start work very early and work the whole day, right?
Yeah, well, the thing is,
They think they can start. That's what they say, but really, they're doing it for the money, so they're working long ass hours. I can do what I want. I start at 6 in the morning to pay rent.
Yeah, and then they'll like stop at like whenever. But
Los
like
Angeles isn't cheap, right?
No, bro. Los Angeles is like, I mean, bro, I pay around, $2,000 a month for rent.
For the cupboard.
And the place for a cupboard, bro, and it's small.
Yeah.
But things, all of Uber drivers pick me up. Like I had a guy pick me up and like it was it said Sarah is on her way. And then this dude shows up and then he goes, I'm not Sarah, but we're good.
Did you know, but where's Sarah?
Bro, I asked him and then he goes, listen, I'm using my girl's account right now, but we're not on good terms, but I'm just using her account right now. And I'm just like, bro, like you stole her job. Like, why are you? I think I didn't ask too many questions. So I'm like, I don't really want to get into it. Yeah, I got in, man.
See, that's the thing, it's weird. Like we're all afraid of dying, but yet we go skydiving, we do stupid shit, and then we get in Ubers with guys who basically say, I'm not the one who's supposed to be driving this, but get in anyway. And you're like, it sounds about right.
Yeah, basically. I just got in, bro. I rolled the dice on that.
I think I'm not knocking people who chase, who are driving Uber and trying to chase their dreams. We all, I support any of that. But it's like when you meet someone who's just driving Uber, it's refreshing. Like, do you know what I mean? When someone's like, yo,
Who's just an Uber driver.
I'm about this.
Oh, you mean the ones that have like the hooked up, like Uber, like they have
I
the
love
lights.
that. They're like about it. They're like not using it to. This is their thing.
This is what they wanted to do.
And I love it.
Yeah,
I love that,
Bro, I've gotten some Ubers where like
this is the best Uber ride, right? Because they have, you don't have to ask for water, you don't have to ask for the cable. They already got the cable for you,
and they got sweets and shit.
Bro, this shit's like a 7-Eleven. This motherfucker sold me candy,
lube, just in case you want to sort yourself out. So I was gonna say, well, I didn't really want to do this early because it's conflicting with my personal times in the day. They're like 12 o'clock is usually a good time for me after gym, relaxing and stuff. So you kind of messed with my hormones today.
Well, player. Aside from us ruining your life,
No, first of all, to have a midday masturbation will throw your whole day off. We're doing you a favor.
What are you talking about?
Didn't you say you were gonna masturbate your time?
I don't think you said masturbate at all.
I meant training, but since you. No, yeah, but we know where he's going with this. But what do you mean a midday? Is it not every 2 hours? Do you not have it very scheduled?
No, I'm only
throughout
at
the day?
night. I'm on a night or before I shower.
That's why you're not finding love anywhere, bro.
I mean, there's a lot of other reasons I'm not finding love. Too long of a podcast.
Okay, but now let's talk about comedy.
Yeah.
Why did you guys decide to go against the grain for Arabs and become failures?
Bro, did my dad tell you what questions
Yeah, what the
to ask us?
Yeah, I don't know. Don Rickles was going to show up at
But like,
Dubai.
'cause he has the look, the glasses and everything. He at least went halfway through and said, "I'm going to look like a
I can't
surgeon or a
see."
lawyer or an engineer."
Yeah.
But I'm going to
This
choose
is a
different thing,
surgeon, lawyer.
right? Yeah, of course.
Just
Look at the way he's got his hat back, bro. You could definitely tell that he could rearrange some guts or something.
Bro,
Yeah.
this guy does surgery, then sells Pokemon
Yeah,
cards.
right?
Yeah,
He's like, yeah, that's
Yeah,
good.
of course.
You know the
That's- I have
value.
a
He's
side
like, do you
hustle.
know the value of Pokemon cards?
exactly. And you know how much rent costs
Yeah.
in building a home? But go ahead, Paul.
Yeah.
Tell us
wait,
why-
why I became a failure? Is that what you're
Yeah,
asking
yeah.
me? Hilarious.
He does magic in Malibu, though, Paul.
What do you mean?
Like you do magic tricks.
I do magic? I look like I do
Malibu.
magic?
If you went down to Malibu in California and saw you on the beach doing magic, you would be
wouldn't
like,
look
this is
twice,
normal.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
this be normal.
Yeah, no.
But why did you become a failure? I mean, I'm just. That's the question he asked. I'm just trying to. I'm
I
a
get it.
journalist, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we started comedy. I mean, bro, being funny was so fun, bro. Like, it was just so fun. And like, I never really thought it would be a lucrative thing. But it's like, even when I was in grade school, I would be funny to get people to stop bullying me.
No, I get it because I'm fucking hilarious. So I
Yeah.
understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, bro. It's like we were just funny. And it's like, I think Arabs don't realize how funny they really are. Like, the Arab culture is actually so funny and it's so hilarious. Like, when you look at it and then, like,
Especially when you put it there in somewhere else.
bro,
Do you know what I mean? When
Yeah.
you put Arab culture in America or in England or whatever, it's like, it's even better.
Yeah, bro. Like, even it's like, you know, like I would just tell my friends my stories of me growing up and they would just crack up and just like die laughing. I was like, my dad did this to me. I'm like, you know, my mom did this to me. And like, when I was a kid, this would happen. And they were just like, bro, this is so funny. And then I would like reenact what would happen. I was like, I was talking to my dad and he said this, you know, and people were just like, bro, this is hilarious. And I think there's so much humor in that. And then eventually I was just like, man, I can make this. I can create a story and just make this work. But like, start off doing impressions. I would just do impressions of people. Like, I would tell a story. I'm like, my dad did this and he said this and this guy said that and then this happened. And then eventually I was just like, I realized I was preparing to be a comic my whole life, really.
That was really boring. So let's go back to the animal fucking.
Hey man, you
do better on your one, okay?
Yeah.
Because his one meant so much. Like, I didn't want it to mean so much, all right?
like why I did
But no, no,
comedy.
no.
Yeah. Loser.
Like as a
Yeah.
Hey, why'd you come, you fucking
Yeah.
loser? Fucking Lebanese pumpkin looking.
when I was in elementary school, I remember I got tied up in a fight with this individual, and it was like a year we'd fight back and forth. I think we were both like 12 years old, and then one day I said something to him. I was like, "Man, your whole family's whack." And then he didn't show up to school one day, and then the next day he showed up to school, and he came back with it looked like a 1960s gun, right? And then he just like shot it at me, and then it hit me like in the kneecap, and then I went down.
See, both of us at that point, after 1960s gun, both of us went, "Oh, for fuck's sake." Here we go. No. But,
I'm not done. You said
Okay,
said
yeah.
you wanted to know the
all
story.
right,
Yeah.
Okay.
You said you wanted to know.
Okay.
You
Yeah, my-
came at me. You said, "Hey, is it?"
Do you
Well,
know,
I'm telling you
do-
the
do-
truth.
do you know what was good about it? Is that he structured that very well. Because if he said he came back with a gun, we would have been like, fucking it. But when he said 1960s, it made you kind of think a bit. It was like, okay, maybe his dad had some old looking guns in the house. That
He
might
did,
be
yeah,
a true
and
story.
he shot me.
Do you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Yeah.
He got
So he
musketed.
shot you with the board,
and then
with the
I'm
little
bleeding
board.
out on the ground, and he's standing over me, and I just looking up at him, and he's just like foaming from the mouth, and it looked like he didn't want to do it.
And you were like, wait, knock.
And then I go, I go, why the gun from that era? And then I went out.
So everyone found that hilarious, and
Yeah.
you were like, okay, comedy's a thing.
And,
for
then,
you.
yeah,
and
then I-
after I got shot, I was like, I'm going to do comedy.
I feel like that needs to be one of your bits from now. Like, when you go on stage now, you
That
should
should-
just have a 1960s gun just packed on your waistline for no reason. Never explain it, never say anything about it until somebody questions it,
And then I
just
tell
have
them
it
that
there.
story. Yeah.
And then you tell them that story.
I mean, that's how I got into comedy. I don't know about y'all.
Yeah, man.
How much do you think that I mean, you kind of explained this as well, but how much do you think that just parents, because I remember growing up in my house, and my mum used to do the funniest shit and say the rawest shit to me. I don't know if this is a Lebanese thing or an English thing, or an Arab thing, but the way we choose or formulate our words, it's not nice.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Like we curse about everything, and we're getting cursed about everything. And you know, like I'd get Allah yaghdab alik, and when you change that over, it's literally like,
what is the?
it's like God. How do I explain it?
Like it's awful. It's like God may punish you, or God
like,
may kill you.
May God ignore you, kind of thing. Like basically, but it didn't mean that in it's just a normal thing to say, right?
Yeah, it seems
Do you know
harsher.
what I mean? It seems harsh when you translate all the stuff.
Yeah.
So how was that like growing up, and how much of it did you use to your advantage into your comedy?
Man, my parents didn't speak as much Arabic to me when I was growing up because they just wanted me to go to school.
Okay.
Like they were like, we want you to go to school, learn the best English. Like, you know, I'm Assyrian Chaldean, so like my parents' native language was Sudeth, Aramaic.
Okay.
So they never spoke Sudeth or Aramaic to me. The only time I would hear it is when they would talk to each other, or if there was like, you know, some sort of like cursing, like I understood like bad words. And then same thing with Arabic. Like I would hear like, you know, kharabaradek,
Yeah.
you know, and like other things like that. And like they didn't really like instill the culture on me enough. So I sort of had to like figure it out on my own.
Yeah.
And then once I started doing comedy, like my curious mind, like the things I figured out, I would just pull from like those things because it came from a place of like curiosity. And I would say it in a way of like, I never understood why my parents would say this.
Yeah.
So I think like a lot of people started like identify with like that position that I took of like, I was just the fish out of water, sort of like growing up with my Middle Eastern parents. And I think like now as I'm getting older, I'm starting to like pull from that more and more. So it's definitely influencing my comedy and the stories that I'm telling because it's who I am.
Yeah, because you're both kind of like, I want to say laying down the groundwork, because we've had a few Arab comedians before you guys who laid down the groundwork for you. But right now, you guys and the group that you're in are repping hard for all of the Arabs.
Yeah.
Do you find that stressful, or do you feel like there's more pressure on you guys?
I mean, I when I started stand up in Canada, I'm Canadian. I kind of shied away at first. At first, I would do a lot about my culture, and then I remember someone was like, a comic who was like white was like, you don't want to be lumped in. Like, do you know what I mean? You want to stand out. And then I kind of stayed away from talking about anything to do with my family or Arab. And then I told him a story about my dad, as I would tell, like, you know, a real story where my dad would do something wild, like if he ate a fortune cookie with the fortune in it, like knowing. And then
did he do that to make sure that he got that came true?
No, my niece was like, "What are you doing?" And he goes, "There's no fortune." She was like 9 or something.
It was like, it's all written. It doesn't make a difference.
Exactly.
It makes a difference. Maktub. If I eat it, it's no problem.
You know how like the crazy, you know, or my dad, like, my uncle, you know, at the time was like addicted to heroin, right? So he owed drug dealers money. So drug dealers came by my mom, like, you know, that's my mom's brother.
Okay.
So one day they came to collect money. They couldn't find him. They went to her house. And my mom had to call my dad to come home from work. And my dad comes home.
He was like, I'll pay you in fortunes.
No.
I'll pay you a fortune.
Here you go.
He goes up to the main drug dealer and he gives him the money. And he goes, "Hey, okay, you've been paid, man. Don't come back asking for the rent again." And the guy's like, "What? That's not rent, isn't drug deal." You know what I mean? So he's that kind of. So I started putting these stories together later on because then I felt like I wanted to explore my culture. But at the beginning, I was like, didn't want to sound. Do you know what I mean? I didn't want. In a lot of, I feel like comics, like white comics, would tell me like, "Oh, it's hacky." It's like, "Oh, you're doing the ethnic thing."
Think it's punching down.
They would make it sound like it was punching down. You're doing the ethnic thing. You're doing your dad's voice. Everyone does. All you guys, you know what I mean? So you'd hear things like that, and that made me stay away. But now I think it's not that I don't feel any pressure. I think it's more of like a dope thing that all these Arab comedians are coming together, but also working on their own and really developing a lane and just making other people inspired to do it, to feel comfortable. So we didn't have to be like, "Oh man, it's me and like 6 white comics," and they're looking at me like, "Oh, this guy's gonna do that." You know what I mean? Now it could be a room full of like all of us just feeling comfortable sharing our stories. So I think it's dope as shit, and I don't feel as pressured in a sense. And you know, I was born in Canada, and then I just went to the Lebanon last year. So I don't, for the longest time I didn't feel Lebanese enough. I didn't feel I was like the right person to But then I just let go of that, and I was like, let me just share my family's experiences.
Yeah, and also it was like I feel like there was this level of privacy that I wanted to keep. Like I wanted to talk about my brothers and my dad and my mom and like my uncle, but like I felt so nervous to do so because I was like, I don't want to put their business out there.
Yeah.
You know, because like Arabs are very private people in a lot of ways, and it's like, but I'm like, man, this is the funniest stuff.
Yeah.
So I was
needs
being
to be shared.
Yeah, it needs to be shared, and I was being very
But
careful.
they don't look at it that way.
Yeah.
No, they don't look at it that way. They,
Yeah, but they fucking gossip so much as well.
Worst, bro.
They'll tell everyone everyone's business, but the second you say something, you know, when you go to school, they were like, "How the fuck can you say that?"
yeah,
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? Yeah. So like, you know, because like I've even had moments where like I would like say something, then I would see my uncle, and then he was like, "Yeah, I saw that video that you put out where you're talking about me. Don't ever talk about me again."
It's all seriousness. Yeah?
Serious,
bro.
Oh shit.
And
Didn't
the
find
thing
it
is-
funny at all.
He didn't find it funny at all. But then the thing is, I'm just like, you know, I want to do a balance where I'm like, I want to have a point, and like if I do bring up something about my family, or if I have a position or have a point, it has to really mean something, and it's something that I stand behind, and it's something that the point is much bigger than the effect that it could have. So when I first started comedy, I was having such a hard time articulating my experience because it just felt, and I was also really nervous, like what Dave was saying. A lot of comics are like, oh, that's hacky. You're doing this thing where like the majority of the humor and the joke is you doing some accent. Where I'll be like, I was hanging out with my dad, and then he was like, Paul, how are you? Blah, blah, blah. And like, and people were like, oh, the funny part of that whole joke is him doing this impression. So it's not really, so there's not really a point. So then there was this challenge with us to where we're like, bro, if we're going to talk about our families, we're going to talk about our experience, it needs to be really three-dimensional and have really mean something. So it's not only a very hilarious impression, there's also heart in it, there's a story in it, and there's something about it that we want to share that's authentic. And it took a long time to get there. You know, like Dave's a master at that. You know, like Dave, like even when I first saw Dave, like he would talk about his experience. I'm just like, bro, this is how I want to talk about my experience. You know, and like even like Mo Amr, like when he talks about, you know, his experience and like going to Egypt and traveling and meeting other people and like how it will make him feel. Same thing with Rami Youssef, you know, like their experience of,
Which is beautiful.
Yeah, it's so beautiful, bro. And it's just like, you know, if people are gonna start to watch now and pay attention to us, we're coming correct.
Yeah, this is the time, if any, to kind of really do that.
Yeah, man. 100%.
That was really boring. Can you just do he's gonna be like, fuck's sake, this was a lot more fun when we were talking about animals and shit.
I knew you were gonna say that too.
Right? But you're like, he's not gonna do that twice, bro.
I'll tell you
It's
this.
like a hacky, bro.
I'll tell you this.
I'm not a comedian, bro. I need training, bro, to know when to
I'll tell you
bring him in.
this is what I probably got in trouble from. Not in trouble, but my mom was like, you can't say this. It's like my uncle, you know, was when we were younger was addicted to heroin, and he's clean now.
If you say that he used to carry a 1960s gun,
No, I
I'm
don't.
not gonna remember the
I'm
story.
sorry, this
bro.
is a true story.
Okay.
And he's clean now, and it's amazing. And he's just, you know, I applaud him, and he's great, and he's very loving and everything. So when we were kids, for some odd reason, he'd be in the bathroom for a certain amount of hours, and my grandmother, it would be like, we would like sit down, we wanna use the bathroom. She goes, yeah, he's in there. And then I'm like, come on, man, I have to do like a number 2. And she goes, yeah, I may go sit out, do it outside.
No
I
idea.
swear to God.
We got bigger fish to fry right
Dude,
now.
we'd shit in the backyard, and like I remember the neighbor's dog would stare at.
You'd both be shitting, so him and the dog
But
would be
not-
facing
yeah.
each other, having a stare contest. They're both shitting, just staring at each other like that.
The neighbor's dog would look like it was almost. It obviously not talking, but it's like, hey, what are you doing?
No, why is there a kid shitting outside?
You do this too?
You do,
yeah.
you do, and it would just do this.
Well,
and
what was your uncle doing in the bathroom?
I don't know. He was probably just. We don't know. I don't know. I think he was just in there longer, and then like she didn't want to bother him or something. She would just go outside. And then she'd come out screaming. She's like, not enough flowers. You're like, bro, I'm 9, but me and my sister went back. Imagine we went back when we were older and we
excavated.
No,
all
we
the
just saw
shits
the
that you did.
corner. We were like, oh my God. Like the corner was so like, we're like, like just thinking about that. So it was like.
Do you know that's quite funny? Because you know when people go back to where they grew up and they knock on their door and you'd be like, oh, I used to live here. My bedroom was there. You'd go to the house and you'd be like, yo, I used to shit right there.
Yeah, we
This
did.
is like we used to shit all over.
But my
this
grandmother
place, man.
still lives there, and that was the only. I think that time I remember that was one of the times I felt like, damn, did I put this guy's business out? Am I being insensitive? And that's the time I think because my parents let me talk about wild shit even about them. They don't give a shit, right? Except if it's about God. And I think my mom that one time came up to me. She's like, I don't know if you should put our family business out like that. But I was like, wait a minute, but I'm talking about dad all the time. You don't care about that. But that was like a touchy subject. But I remember that was one of the few times where I was like, ooh, that's like bad. Like, I don't know if that's I mean, I never did coke or any type of heroin, learning from that. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I also don't want to.
He said that, like, I didn't do it because of that.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't do it learning from that. I did it for other reasons separate.
Yeah.
No, I never done it. I mean, I never want to.
That's what it sounded like to me.
Yeah, right?
Dude, I can't do. Look. I'm not gonna judge you. You could do coke if you want, but it's like always. It's the selling point of coke to me is always like a white guy talking to you at a house party in the corner
for way too long.
For way too long. Yeah. So it's never like. Why would I, if you're pitching me weed, it's like, oh, we smoke weed, we eat cereal, we play video games. I can get down with that. But if you pitch me coke and it's just some white dude screaming at me in the corner about a telemarketing business he wants to start, I'm not into that.
Why don't you just...
Dave, you remember when you went to Egypt and then the guy asked where you were from?
So I went to Cairo for the first time, Paul, a bunch of us. So
Be careful, 25 Egyptians in this place.
Okay, so this is for the 25 Egyptians.
ET is also Egyptian.
Yeah, ET is Egyptian. So I get in there and Paul's I go first, or did you go through customs first?
No, you went first.
I went first, and the guy goes, citizenship, and on my passport it says Canadian. I go, Canadian. He goes, citizenship. And I go, Canadian? He goes, no, yeah, I mean, citizenship. Where are your parents from? And I'm like, we're in Canada. He goes, yeah, I mean, where is your heart from? And I go, Lebanese? He goes, yeah, the Lebanese. And he's just screaming at me. He's out of the booth now.
Heart from?
But the thing is, bro, we don't think the guy even worked there because he was just wearing pajama clothes. And then he had like a side of like seed shells. This motherfucker just eating
you
seeds.
You went back after him. You were like, hi, I'm Paul. My heart is from Iraq.
It's like, hi, my name is Paul and my heart is from Iraq.
It's like one of those Miss World competitions, right?
Yeah.
I want to fix world peace. Oh, shit.
Yeah, bro.
I'm just trying to picture that guy now.
Dude, he was nuts.
I think I know who it was because I've been there a few times as well.
Probably,
I think I know the guy because he asked me about my lung.
Bro, it's funny. Like the thing is, they had like a sometimes in the airports they have those glass things. Like once you're able to scan your passport, it opens and then it closes. Bro, they just had wooden barn saloon doors in Cairo. It was like we're walking in like a cowboy lounge.
You don't even have to put your passport. You just wait and just go. You wait for the next swing, right? And you just go in and sneak in.
You know what I love also about Cairo is that you can be in a car accident and like don't have to sign any papers.
No, you just sort it out by yourself. Yeah.
But you don't even have to stop. You can just keep going.
I've got the most stories like this in Egypt. So I remember one time, apart from this other time when we got stopped by the police because they thought we had a hooker in the car. And it was my friend who had long blonde hair but was a dude called Shane. Right, and they were arguing with us, and you have this girl in the car, and blah 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 blah. And Shane's sitting there going, "What girl, bro? What are you talking about?"
Wait, where's Shane from? First of all,
he's Irish English, right?
He's living.
He's got blue eyes and long blonde hair, like curly blonde hair.
But is he visiting Cairo? Or
yeah. We used to go all the time.
Okay.
So there's another time where I went, and I remember getting into a cab, and it was the same group of guys. I remember sitting in the cab, and the guy goes, "Pull it," and I'm like, I thought he meant close the door. But he had this metal coil that was attached to the thing, and I had to hold the door closed for the whole journey, bro. Yeah, with this thing that the door wouldn't close. Right, we're flying down the motorway, and then we hear the wheel came off the car.
Oh
right?
my God!
Sparks off the car. He stops the car, normal, like it's nothing. Yeah? We're all English, bro, so we're like, nah, fuck this, bro. The wheel came off or whatever. He kicks the wheel back onto the car and goes, yalla. And we're like, what do you mean, yalla, bro? He just kicks it back in, bro. Yeah? And then we're like, no, we're going. And he's like, okay. He opens the thing and he has the 4 screws for the wheel. He goes, I'll put them in. And we're like, yeah, you had the screws. Yeah, you're saving them for a good occasion, or what exactly are you saving?
Yes, a wedding.
Yeah. Like he wanted to make sure, like only white English people. I'll put the screws in for. You guys look foreign, so I'm not gonna give you the full safety experience, bro. So like those kind of things, but normal. Like
that's that's crazy.
We were
normal, bro.
We were on the freeway, and there was like this woman walking, and the cars are going fast, and then she sees us and there's like a bit of distance, and she just looked at the car that we're driving in, and she just put her hand like this, like she's Neo from the Matrix.
Like, stop,
stop the
no.
car. And then the guy like just basically he just looked and he just swerved around her. And then we looked in the back, and then she like turned around. And I'm like, dog, this didn't work. Like, what are you doing?
Did, though. Maybe
Bro,
it
I
did because
don't-
you guys swerved.
I mean, I thought this meant stop. Like this would have meant like go around me.
No,
Like
no,
her
no,
hand signals were off.
She's just like, no, like Neo. It's like literally find another way, bro. This way's
And he
blocked.
swerved. Yeah.
Bro, honestly, we were like going to Cairo. I felt like that's such an authentic Arab
It felt
country,
like,
bro.
yeah, it
like
felt-
even we
I
went,
love it. Khan Khalidi went, right?
bro. We went to we went to Guna first.
Okay.
We went to Guna, which was beautiful.
This
bro.
is performing. You're going there to perform.
No,
right?
we
no,
went-
just on holiday.
No, we just
We're
went for a
on
wedding.
holiday,
Okay.
We went for a wedding. So, bro, we're in like Guna, and thing is, it's like the currency in Egypt right now, bro. Like it broke my heart, man. How diluted it is.
Mm.
And it was like we're just going into like the mall, and like we just bought like a bunch of shit, and I'm like, Dave, how much you spend? Dave's like $6.
It's crazy. And then tell him when you gave that guy money.
Oh my God, bro.
The Tuktuk.
So the Tuktuk
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying it
drivers,
right,
it was 30 Egyptian pounds. Was like took us all the way to the grocery store. The guy waited for us.
Yeah.
Then he took us back to our villa, and the guy was like 30 Egyptian pounds. So 30 Egyptian pounds is essentially $1 US.
Yeah, nothing, man.
So, bro, I gave him $20. I gave him a $20 American. I was like, here you go. The guy looked at it. Then he looked up at me, and his eyes were just watery.
Wow.
Then he held it and he put it on his chest like this. And then he was like, I work for you.
He was like, "There's more money coming, bro."
Yeah. And then I was like, nah, bro, you're good. And he goes, I wait here. I wait here.
You have me for the next 25 days.
And then he goes, I wait here. And he goes, Mr. Bull. But thing is, I don't remember telling him my name was Paul. But thing is, I was like, no, bro, you're good, man. Just please, bro, enjoy it. And then he goes, what's up? I text you anytime you need a ride, call me.
I'm Zed.
Yeah. So then I gave him my WhatsApp, and I'm like, yeah, bro, take my WhatsApp, man. We go into the villa, and then 5 minutes later, I get
You already-
30 WhatsApp messages, bro.
Yeah.
This guy sent me so many houses. And he goes, would you be interested in purchase this house? And then I'm looking at Dave, and Dave's like, he thinks you're an entrepreneur.
Dude, he thinks you're a business. You're a tycoon. You're a business
Yeah.
tycoon.
And then I was like, Salam's brother, I do not want to buy any of these houses. And then I just put my phone away, bro.
What about
90
this
messages.
school?
He goes, what? What about this school? What about this school? K through 12. Would you like to invest in my application?
But look, he was trying to be an entrepreneur, bro. He would have made bank off that, bro.
Bro,
Yeah.
man. Honestly, and like we had this other driver, bro. We were with our friend Reem. We called an Uber, and thing is, Ubers, bro, like they just won't come.
Yeah,
Right.
they just-
So we had this guy come, and then he took us to the grocery store, and then he waited for us, took us back. Our friend Reem tipped him $20, and then he was like, "Listen, if you guys need a ride, I know Ubers are weird. Just text me, and I'll come pick you up." So we texted him again, come take us to the grocery store. He took us back, and Reem tried to pay him, and he wouldn't accept the money. So I was like, "Bro, let me tip him some money and just give him something." So I gave him $10, and the guy put his hand on his chest like this, and he goes, "Habibi, Reem already paid me too much. I cannot accept your money. Please put your money away. I am like this. Please don't. I'm here for you. Whenever you need, you call me. I'll be here. All week you're here. I have your back." And I was like, bro, what a beautiful dude, bro. This guy is so awesome. So I gave him my WhatsApp number. He's sending me houses. And I'm like, bro, like everybody's
Real
trying to
estate,
sell me
bro.
a
It's
house.
real estate.
Yeah, bro.
I called him. I texted him one night. I said, "What do you do?" It's like 2 a.m. I was like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "I'm out to commando. What do you want?" I go, "Okay, come by." And he comes by.
And Dave lived in LA.
No, this is here, right?
Oh, is it
in
here?
the Cairo. And then he comes in, he walks in the living room, and he sees like 3 ski masks. He goes, "What's this?" I go, "I have an operation."
It's
This
like
guy
Ocean's
helped
11.
me-
Yeah, right.
This guy helped me
I'm-
rob a restaurant at night. It was crazy.
All right, do you know what we need to do now, right? This is what we need to do. Get your phone out, WhatsApp them both now and go, "Hey, I'm looking for houses, but I need them right now."
Holy shit.
Do you have? I don't have their numbers. They didn't contact.
Yeah, on my
me.
phone.
See what they reply, right?
Well, bro, I'll tell you this. Like, also, like, me and Dave, we don't speak. Our Arabic is not great.
I'm pretty sure you can tell.
I noticed that because I was speaking to him in Arabic and he was saying the two words that he knew and they were the only ones that kept on coming up. And I was like, okay, they're not the answers for what I'm saying right now. So
What? Hella yani, hella yani, hella yani, hella yani, hella yani.
I could say other words too, but I say halayani.
Yeah.
Bro, so the thing is like
Shul akhbar.
my Arabic is
When
not,
you say salam, like Nation of Islam, that's how when I know that you guys.
He said that. I didn't say
Salam.
that.
Salam alaikum, brother.
No,
Yeah.
I'm like assalamu alaikum,
Yeah,
player.
Yeah, that's right. Has the hands there.
Yes, hands here.
I am like this.
Kul hu Allahu ahad,
Qul
player.
huwallahu ahad, mashallah.
Mashallah,
Well,
brother,
bro,
mashallah.
the thing is like my Arabic's not well. So the thing is, I speak a little bit of Arabic, and the words that I don't know, I just say it with an Arab accent.
Yeah, okay.
So we walked to this spot, and I was like, Habibi, عندي سؤال, انطيني soda bob. And then the guy was like, soda bob. And then I was like, yeah, like, yeah. I was like making like
The noise. That's
Yeah.
how Arabs drink.
And then I looked at David-
We just go, ah, yeah, every time we drink.
And then Dave's like, hella like. And he goes, oh, soda bob, yani Pepsi.
I said, yeah, Pepsi. One guy once, I'm talking and he goes, stop. He stopped me in the middle. He goes, who is this for? And I go, yeah, you're right.
No, because we
This
were
is
trying to
not-
buy some incense.
Yeah, I was trying to buy incense and I go, Ana Baddi shoe. And then he goes, stop, man. Who is this for? I go, I don't know.
Bro, we were in Cairo, and like the guy, this tour guide was showing us all the pyramids and everything else. And the thing is, he kept talking about like how late we were to everything.
Yeah.
So like he kept rushing us. Like he goes, this right here is the world's first hieroglyphic. The first writing ever in the world is right here. Don't look at it too long. We don't have much time. And then we're looking, and he goes, over here we have an authentic mummy from 5000 BC. However, we are very late. And I was like, dog, can we enjoy anything,
Never
player?
let us. And remember, you'd get mad if we walked away.
Oh my God,
Like if you
bro!
walked away.
Dave
I
walked,
kept walking away. I
No,
was
Dave
like,
walked
"Time."
away, and he goes, right over here we have the first biggest piece of pyramid that we. Where the fuck is David going right now?
I was so tired.
You moved on too quick.
No,
And then
I
he goes,
didn't
over
say
here
it.
we have someone ruining the tour.
No, but you guys had at least a guy that was on it. I remember once I was on the Nile and we were going there and we had like the laziest Egyptian guy who was translating, right? So when we saw the Sphinx, so he wanted to say, he gave a literal translation. So he wanted to say, الوشوش الإنسان الجسم جسم الأسد, which means the face is the face of a man and the body is the body of a lion. So he just went, Zer, pyramids, Sphinx, face, man, body, lion. Just carried on going, and I was just like,
that's amazing.
That's
That's
exactly
an
how it
exhaustive
was.
Face,
tour
body,
guide.
body.
yeah, he was like, I've done this way too much now. Like I can't be asked.
He didn't
anymore.
even want to do the translation.
No. He was just like,
That's
that's it.
Oh no, because the thing is, I saw other tour guides that were like touring with us, and like this one guy, he was like, over here, the world's oldest shield. This shield was made 3000 BC. And this one was like, it says 5000 BC over here. And then he's like, okay, I am wrong. Mr. Smart.
yeah.
And then he goes, this is why women talk so much.
he goes, okay, Becky. Becky from Connecticut.
Yeah, Becky was the good hair. Yeah, oh, look at my hair.
Here's Karen telling on everyone.
Okay.
Karens, let's talk about hecklers, bro. How do you guys deal with them? You must get a lot, right?
Well,
Usually, I'll be honest with you, I heckle about 3 shows a week.
Dave shows up to
His,
shows.
your ones,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
He goes to your shows.
Yeah, yeah.
But have you ever had
Yeah.
any like
Well-
crazy stories where like some people and you're just like, what the fuck are you doing here, dude?
Well, but this is what I'll say. The comedy is having a huge moment right now
Yeah.
because of the internet. If you look at some of the most popular videos ever, they are usually comedy videos, right?
Yeah.
And people think comedy is TikTok. So they're like, I'm just going to talk. I'm going to shout.
They're just screaming.
Because
Yeah.
most videos are like someone saying something and then
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like comedian destroys heckler.
Yeah.
So guys are showing up to shows and they're like, I want to get on a TikTok.
Yeah.
So they'll come prepared with shit. So the thing is, like I sometimes open for my boy Matt Rife. Matt Rife is having a
He's been
huge.
going, they're trying to cancel him now. The same women that fucking were idolizing him and saying he's so fit and literally looking at him like a piece of meat are now trying to cancel him on TikTok.
Yeah, bro. Look, bro. The reality is, if you look at the shows, like he's basically very honest, and he'll like talk to women. They want to be talked to, and they're also shouting shit at him, like They're like, take it off, show us your dick.
That's what I'm saying. They objectify him and all that stuff, and it was fine. And all these TikTokers are getting big doing videos about him. And then he said something like, I don't want to go with the, what are they called, meat flaps or some shit like that. And then all these women are like, I can't believe he said that. That's so like wrong. And now they're all doing that. And it's like, fuck off, mate. 2 weeks ago, you were saying, oh, I want to lick his abs.
Yeah,
bro.
bro.
When people tell me to take it off, I take it off.
Just from the bottom down, right?
And then it's quiet. It was quiet for like 2 minutes. And then someone goes, please. Someone did this. They went, please. Put it back.
Put it on, right? So you're not getting objectified as much as you like.
And then the venue came. They put me in the room and they said, what was that? I go, well, I mean, you've seen TikTok. People yell stuff out. They wanted the goods.
Yeah.
He goes, but what goods with that?
Yeah.
I go, I don't know. He goes, I've never seen a dick or balls look like, it looked like somebody on a bench that got tired of waiting for their family to come. That's what the bar manager said. He goes, I'm exhausted. He goes, I've lost staff.
Yeah.
And I had to give them all free beer because of whatever that was. So I, after that, learned.
How do you take him seriously with anything that he said?
No, bro, because I was there when it happened.
Oh,
Dave was on
you were the one
stage.
shouting, take it off.
No, bro, Dave was on stage.
Yeah.
And then this one dude was like, show us, David, please.
Yeah.
And then
Show
Dave,
us your soda pop.
and then Dave took off his shirt. Then Sagar was like, okay, that's enough. Dave's performed without a shirt several times.
So I wouldn't be surprised because like one of my favorite comedians is Bobby Lee. And
I love
he's
Bobby
always
Lee,
naked.
Yeah, this motherfucker. But the thing is, Bobby Lee doesn't know how to like build. This guy will show up naked.
He'll
He's
come
shown
out
naked.
naked, right? Literally, yeah.
I'll tell you this.
Which is good.
No, he came out naked one time. They're like, wasn't it crazy? He was tucking in his dick and he goes, I actually wasn't.
That's hilarious.
That's very good. Bro.
I mean, look, bro, I've been heckled one time where I was performing in between strippers, right? And then I went to the strip club and the guy goes, look, I know your body. This is when I was younger. He goes, your body's magnificent, but please don't stand up to strippers. I said, okay. And the strippers were coming up to me like, you're not going to get undressed, right? I go, no, I want y'all to make money.
Yeah,
this body's off. I'm just going to do words. That's what I'm pushing tonight. That's what I said. I'm pushing words. So I do my act. And I'm bombing. I'm not doing well. And then somebody from the back yells, hey, you just made my dick soft. And I go,
why was he hard to begin with?
I don't know. Because maybe he saw the
anticipation, right?
Anticipation. Or he saw a stripper
because on the
before me.
flyers they had his show that written there, you know, the guy who fucks horses and spiders.
Oh,
so they were like,
shit.
oh shit. So
No,
all
but
those
also,
guys
bro-
came in thinking, oh shit, this is gonna be one of those guys.
Yeah, showed up
bro,
ready.
They thought they were gonna bring the horse.
AJ, they had strippers before. I was in between the strippers, so he's probably hard from the strippers. And
All right.
Yeah, it's gonna get hard
next
again
act coming to the stage.
and then I went there like, this comedian coming to the stage is going to talk about his dad.
Man, this is really weird because
I am
while
weird,
you're
yeah.
talking,
My dick's out.
no, I was picturing your dad's shits floating in the sewers with fortunes sticking out of them.
Oh,
like
yeah.
out of nowhere, random.
That's what my comedy
shit.
does, dude. That's what my comedy
That's
does.
lasting, bro. It comes in later. Like
Yeah,
even
man.
Like it's still in my head. Like
You can't get that on TikTok. I'll tell you that.
Nah,
shit.
bro.
You can't
But-
get
make
that.
it.
But I'll tell you this, one time, like Dave did a show at a strip club. I did a show. I was opening up for a dog fashion show.
I think we need to get a lie detector test on both of you before
Mine-
we start.
Mine
this
was
thing.
real.
I
Mine's real.
I swear to God, I did a show.
Which one?
This was in America.
Which God though? He said.
Which one?
Allah.
Your one or my real one?
No, bro. There's only one. There's only
Oh,
God. Only Allah Subhanahu wa Taala.
It's the Arabic English subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Yeah.
subhanahu
I'm like,
wa
there's
ta'ala.
only Allah
Like, you know,
Subhanahu wa
I'm
Taala.
trying to figure out whether that's how you talk or he knows that girls find it cute. Do
No, because
No.
you know what I mean?
Subhanallah.
I once dated a white girl named Katie.
Okay.
And
I know that girl.
You remember Katie, right?
Yeah, I remember Katie.
Yeah, and then I remember I was talking to her parents, and they're from Tennessee, which is a city.
Yeah, I know Tennessee, of
Tennessee for.
Yo, he lives in Dubai, not like the North
Right?
Pole.
I literally came from London, bro. Like I literally know America better than you do,
Yeah, he
bro.
gonna say, Tennessee, Dallas.
I was literally just gonna start singing. Yo,
No, because I think some of the crew members are like,
Tennessee
"Sure, high
whiskey."
Tennessee."
No, they're educated. Look at
They
us.
know. They
Fucking,
all know.
yeah, these
Like
guys
they don't
know.
like you, but they know what you're
Yeah,
talking
they don't like
about,
you for
bro.
sure.
Player, bro, it was hilarious. I was talking to her mom, and then I was like, "Hi, Miss Blackburn, how are you?" She goes, "I'm doing fine, honey. I just want to say we support Baghdad." And I was like, "What does that mean?" She goes, we
You know when
support
people are
Baghdad, and
so
it's a
racist
shame what we
that
did.
they have to save their racism with that. That, you know, they come in with that, and you're just like, yeah, if you said that later in the conversation, I would have believed you, but you started with that. Right?
Yeah, bro. But
She
the thing
also
is,
said
she
we
was so sweet. She'd be like, and let me just say, I really support Allah walks to the bar. And I'm like that.
Allah walks to the bar. Allah walks to the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, but did they know the real truth behind that? That they were looking for the Stargate and all that stuff, or no?
What is that?
Of why America went to.
Oh no, but the thing is, like, she was
I'm
just
Canadian, so
she was like, I thought it was so bad what happened in 2003. We shouldn't have done that. And I was like, Ms. Blackburn, I wish you would talk to the U.S. government.
it's
right?
funny that she said we shouldn't have done that. Like
Right,
she was in one of the tanks.
see?
Like she
You
was
see?
one of the tanks.
See, she had more input than. Are you still together with her?
No,
bro.
no.
But thing is, no, she's cool, bro. She still follows me on Instagram.
Yeah.
But
I date her now.
Bro, that's hard as well. Yeah, but that's his
Yeah,
way
she
of
goes,
his way of saying it was more her loss than mine. Like she still follows me on Instagram.
yeah.
It wasn't as in we still follow each other. on
No, he a
Instagram.
G.
No.
He knows,
We
yeah,
follow each other. But
yeah.
like, bro, like just I was doing
Just respect.
This is when I was dating her at the time. She came with me. I was doing comedy for a dog fashion show,
Okay.
and then it was.
Shit, I forgot we were even talking
Yeah.
about that. That's how you guys go, bro. You go so
Oh,
far
but
away
thing is,
from
but
something.
then we're
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Okay, right.
find
back.
it.
Yeah, I like it.
player. And the thing is, it's like I'm doing a show, and it's like all these like 70-year-old like older white women, which are usually the organizers of an event
Okay. Yeah.
of this type. And then I was like, all right, I got to say something. I thought that would be hilarious. It's all 70-year-old white women. So I was like, so who's waiting for their husband to die? And then it was just silence, and all I heard was,
That was one of the dogs
and then it was a
going,
dog. It was a dog dressed up in a tuxedo.
with a spritzer.
It was one of the husbands, bro. That's what it was. Reincarnated into the dog again. That's fucked up. So you actually, what do you do when you get that? When someone goes to you, okay, I want you to perform, and you go, cool, where? And they go, dog fashion show, and you go, oh shit, I haven't made it yet.
No, bro. I mean, that was back in the day, but also it was like I did it because it was like a good cause, and they're like raising money for animals. And I was like, at the time, I was like,
You sound like him now, being all like pescatarian and shit.
yeah, bro. I mean,
No, I was eating meat back then when I was bombing at
Yeah.
strip
I
joints.
was
I
like,
want everyone
he
to
was
know that.
eating, yeah,
this guy was eating that.
That was
good
the time
steak.
of the horses, bro.
Bro, I tried to
He
get
was
Dave
eating-
to break his pescatarianness. Yesterday, we went to this Lebanese shawarma spot, and I was like, Dave, this is such authentic Lebanese shawarma. I was like, Dave, you got to have some meat. And then Dave was like, and then we look at the employee, and he goes, ease the meat. And then Dave was like, no, I think I'm just going to have the shawarma bowl, but without the shawarma. And the guy's like,
Bread.
Habibi, it's just a bowl.
Yeah.
He did say that though, but yeah.
So
But he made you feel weird.
Are you not eating meat because of the animals and stuff, or?
You know, I was been thinking about it for so long, and then like when I was in New York, and where the room I was subletting the apartment by the window. At one point, I was there for like 3 months, but 2 months in, or the first 3 weeks, I would hear something out on the tree, and it was an owl.
For fuck's sake, here we fucking go.
And
Yeah.
this owl would go ooh.
You'd be like, you'd be like, who?
And one day I walked out. I didn't know it was an owl, and then I look up, and it just started speaking in a crazy part. You could relate a British accent.
Yeah.
And the owl goes, "You've been eating meat for so long. I could tell. I see you through the window. You're eating like Big Macs on the edge of the bed. I could see it's hurting your back, but also I could see it in your face that you're not gonna have a lot to live for. You have a lot to live for, but you're not gonna have long if you keep going."
Yeah, but it was just looking at your situation as in eating at the edge of the bed alone in a small apartment. It wasn't really the meat that it was talking about. It just
I
meant in
know. And
general.
then I go, "But you've only seen me in this space." He goes, "No." He goes, "Well, a lot of people don't know this about owls, especially British owls, is that we don't stay on one tree. We can."
we go to different trees.
So you
They go
guys
from
saw-
tree to tree, and then they sing about it.
We can look around.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen an owl without like a naked owl before?
No,
I
this
thought they
one
were
was
all
closed.
naked.
No.
No, I'm serious. Have you seen an owl without fluff? I mean,
No.
what's it
Without
called?
feathers? Nah.
Feathers.
No.
Nah.
Okay, tell me more about your.
Oh, and then that's how it really came about. And then we spoke for about 3 weeks. We became friends. He goes, "Look, I gotta go to Queens." I go, "Oh shit, how long were you in Brooklyn for?" He goes, "About 5 months." But like, he goes, "Really think about," and he put his, I don't know, what are they called, hooves or whether a little hand on my shoulder. He goes,
Yeah,
"Really-"
hooves.
Hooves,
He
yeah.
goes,
That's,
"Really think about it." He goes, "I know you love sushi." I go, "How the fuck?" He goes, I talked to the Uber drivers. You've been ordering a lot of sushi. So he's like, think about it. I think being a pescatarian will be a good thing for you.
Yeah,
That's
and
how it
the
came out.
craziest thing was that owl is actually Drake's manager.
Was
Yeah, I
he
didn't know
also
that
wearing a
after.
tuxedo as well?
No,
Or
I had a
just the dogs?
sweater. I had a Tommy Hilfiger sweater.
Yeah.
I'm now searching for wet owl, and it's not a good search. It's not coming out of what I want to look for. Wet owl.
Yeah.
No, he
Don't
told me
search
about
wet
that
owls.
too. He said he had a
Wet
rough,
ass
he had-
owl.
He had a rough winter one time. He was a wet owl.
Tell me. I want you to ask a question to Dave now.
You want me to ask Dave a question?
Because you've been hosting for so long.
Well, I'm looking at some of these questions, and it's like,
Do you know what?
what
I
is the
think
most unusual place
No, but
you've performed in?
do you know
Why?
what I do? So this is actually quite funny.
Ah,
I haven't asked any of these questions, and I'll tell you why. What I do is, if I think the guests are going to be shit, I put a lot of questions up. If they're not shit, I don't ask any of the questions.
yeah.
So this is a good thing that I haven't asked any questions. I always have backup. Not that I thought you were shit, but I always have backup just in case, you have one of those conversations and you're like, oh, this is not going well.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I need to protect myself because this is an hour and a half.
Yeah, I don't. So I
So
support.
where is the most unusual place that you've ever performed before?
Hilarious.
Chat GTP.
Yo, what other questions are on here? Can we scroll and see what
There's a
other?
lot of random
Yeah.
shit. It's Chat GTP, honestly.
Yeah. Well, let's see what else. What's the most unusual, unexpected source of inspiration? Let's see. Have you ever completely bombed
yeah, I
during a
have,
set?
yeah.
The other one's like, what's the process of writing material, bro? This is like James Lipton.
It's literally
your process?
No, but obviously I would have done them. I was like, if you're writing and a horse is fucking you, I would have changed them up, right, to go with the
With
brand.
the
the
horse is
brand.
fucking
yeah,
me?
yeah, to go with the brand that you guys have.
The
put
last thing I
across,
wanna do is write.
Go to. Do you know what? Do you want to see the craziest thing? Go to the question at the beginning about the spider and the horse.
What was that again?
No, that I predetermined that he was going to say spider and horse, and I said, if a spider and a horse is are you guys actually looking for that?
I
like
did
it's
look
going to
for it.
be
Yeah,
there?
I did.
Bro, why not?
Bro, that would have been some David Blaine shit, bro. Like
Yo.
ta-da, I just pulled out a question out of my ass.
Hilarious. Yeah.
One
man.
time I was performing in Cleveland, right, and I'm in the back. This is a long time ago. And
Cleveland is a city.
Cleveland, Ohio, right, for you
Yeah.
guys. And there was
So basically, he fell asleep, bro. Look at him.
Look at this tired ass motherfucker.
He's been
Yeah.
tired on the whole trip. But I was talking in the back with a guy who had his.
This is in Cleveland.
This is in Cleveland. He was a performer, but he was like a puppeteer. But the crazy part is that he was talking to me with the puppet.
Oh, ventriloquist.
Yeah, but I mean, he's not on stage. He didn't go, hi, my name is Ron. Hey, man, we're in the green room.
He was like, save it for the pod.
Yeah, save it for the. I mean, I don't want to watch you.
No, wait. So you're talking to him.
And then he started talking with the
and
puppet.
Did he go like this?
No, he went into it. So I'm like,
That's what I'm
the
saying.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
did he go
Well,
No, he had it on already.
already?
Yeah, when I was
Yeah.
back there. He was back there. He had it on there.
yeah. Well,
This is a real story. I'm not.
It
Yeah,
is.
dude, no,
Okay,
dude.
so what did he say? You said, "Hey, how you doing?"
I can't even remember what we were. I think I was nervous, dude. I was in my late 20s or mid 20s. I was like, what am I even
You're still
doing?
green.
here?
Yeah.
It was like at a school. I don't even remember it in full detail. I remember. I think he had a suit on. It was just weird. I'm like, what am I doing here? Why am I talking to a puppeteer?
yeah.
And I'm from Windsor, Ontario. I'm like, live
No,
at
but
my
it's
parents.
not. It's not. Why am I talking to the puppeteer? It's why am I talking to the puppet?
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah. I mean, he was just trying to get warmed up. I don't know.
Yeah. I thought he was homeless.
The puppet was trying to get warmed up, or he was trying to get warmed
I mean,
up.
both. Who knows, dude?
The puppet
I
was
don't-
pretty
yeah,
warm
yeah.
after all that whole
I don't
arm
know.
up heat,
Yeah,
bro.
I don't know puppetry.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? Puppetry.
I don't know. I remember one time I was also in Cleveland, and like there was like some homeless dude like screaming at himself, and then some guy gave him a puppet to wear, so he had someone to like talk to, so it didn't seem like he was crazy.
Fuck off.
I'm like, my man's working right now, dog.
Okay. Do you know what? You guys need to just create shit because you're very creative, and I think that you need a show, bro.
We get that.
Yeah,
a lot.
we do have a show.
No. But like an
No, he's saying it.
animated show. I think you guys need to. You're like a Matt and Trey Parker kind of. You need to create like a South Park.
Yeah, just call it
Your own one.
North Beirut.
Yeah, North Beirut. Yeah.
North Beirut.
You need to have your own one because I feel like your mind works in that kind of way. And if we can get a spider and a horse in the first episode, that would be
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
If we can animate that.
Wow, bro, what do you think? Like BoJack Horseman?
I could do it.
Yeah.
You know, I ever told you at one point my agent was the Joker.
Your what? Your
My agent was
Yeah, you
was
didn't know
the
that?
Joker. Yeah,
Your agent
was the Joker. He was my agent. He would just dress up as the Joker, but talk to me as the Joker.
And he would pitch him on auditions. Remember when he called you on speakerphone?
He goes, Dave. He goes, what do you think of dressing up as a monster and doing duets?
Do you know what the most worrying thing about this is? I feel like you guys do this anyway when you're talking to each other. Like I feel like it's not like a bit you guys do on a show. I feel like you be just sitting down, hanging out, and then start these random conversations with each other.
Yeah, but
that
that's
none
all...
of them are true, and you guys that's just the way you live.
I mean, tell them the truth though. Our friends back home are what?
Is this mildly racist?
No, are annoyed by us sometimes.
Oh yeah, because like we've had friends where like we were hanging out at like a dinner party, and it was like an elegant dinner party, and like no one told us. So Dave and I are dressed in regular clothes, and everybody's wearing like suits and fucking like champagne and shit, and we're just like, no one told us. And then one of our friends who talks normal, really, like, but then for some reason he wore this outfit to talk different. And he was like, you know, Dave and Paul, you two, when you're together, you guys are intolerable. And then we looked at each other. We're like, why are we intolerable? And then everyone else was like, you guys riff about topics that no one has any idea or understanding of what you're saying.
They're fucking doing it right now, the bosses.
No, I swear.
No,
to God,
they did,
this
and they
that's not
treated us
true.
how you are treating us now.
This is not true.
Yeah,
Fuck
bro.
off.
Bro,
AJ,
am I lying?
AJ,
Hold on. You went to a Halloween party.
No, it was a birthday party.
Birthday party.
Same thing. You went,
No, it was.
I
you went to a
AJ.
birthday party
AJ,
where everyone was wearing suits.
Bro, AJ, no,
No, the women were wearing brides
The women
outfits.
were wearing suits. So it's a wedding.
No, but they were just wearing brides
The
outfits.
story keeps fucking changing.
AJ, on
How else
God,
would you
hold
wear
on,
it?
hold on,
Wait,
on God.
which
So,
one?
Both.
Okay.
So both. So we're there. No, it was a house. It was a birthday party, and Paul's with his girl. Paul's holding her hand, but like,
We were arguing at the time too.
We were, they were arguing, but we were around a group of our friends. We just started talking like just normal, but it led into that. I think I had brought up because I don't know how it got brought up. And our one friend, she can hang with us and riff. She goes, I don't mind it. She's like, but I can see how it makes people uncomfortable when because you guys isolate each other. And our other friend goes, it's always annoying sometimes when there's more than two comedians riffing.
So this is when they turned into Q from James Bond and put on an accent and started.
Yeah, well, one of them was British though.
Yeah, one of them was British, and the
thing.
thing is, like he was like, we find you guys intolerable.
No, it wasn't. He said it. It was like it was.
You guys do this so well, bro.
No,
honestly.
I promise you, this is real.
No, you
Bro,
do this so well. You
bro,
guys
I
are
swear,
good, man.
AJ,
no cap,
AJ,
bro.
No,
no
you know
cap.
what?
Well,
You guys
Khalas
are good,
cap,
bro.
Khalas cap.
Okay, hold on, Paul. Let me talk. Let me talk.
You
So,
guys are good, bro. And what I want to do is I'm going to start throwing items that I want you to put into this story. We did improv now, bro.
No,
No.
AJ, look. Let me
Okay.
tell the story first. So Paul's with his girl, but you could tell they're making fun of. They're going on it, but Paul's not talking because I know he's pissed and I'm pissed too.
So you're doing
because,
telepathy now at this point.
yeah, because it's like they're telling us that they can't hang with us because we do this thing where we riff. And I've had past partners tell me that my relationship with Paul is intolerable.
Yeah,
Like our riffing.
As in, you like him more than you like the person that you're with.
No, just we riff and I'm telling you, we do what you're saying.
I really want to have this conversation as an honest conversation.
It is.
Because I think it's quite an interesting conversation.
I'm being honest. I
But
swear to you.
fuckers
we're
are
being
sitting there
so
making
honest
it
right now,
so
bro.
honestly.
You have to
Okay,
trust us.
Trust.
Both of you take your trousers off if you're telling the truth, and then we can have this conversation naked. And then
Bro,
I'll
look,
believe you.
No, Dave, no, Dave,
any reason,
no, Dave, no,
any
Dave.
reason.
Keep your
Take it
pants on.
off.
No, because it's gonna lower our credibility.
No, okay.
If he
Why?
pulls his dick out, bro,
Okay, yeah,
who's
yeah.
gonna respect
I
his
wasn't gonna
story?
pull my dick out.
Yeah,
I was
but
just
you-
gonna go on my boxers.
Yeah, but you had to put it out and
No,
then
because-
replace the thing, right?
No, because basically it's like we were basically at this event,
Yeah.
and I was with my girl.
What
and,
is it again? Christening.
No, it's just a birthday
No, it
party.
was
I
a
don't know
birthday
why.
party.
Yeah, he said
No, I'm
that.
just checking facts.
And then so basically the topic brought up, and then very honestly, one of our really good friends said, when you two are together, you guys sometimes start talking, and it's like makes other people feel uncomfortable, and it's hard for us to get in. And then we were like, what do we do that's so uncomfortable? And she was like, you guys are talking about talking to owls.
Yeah.
And then
so that wasn't an original bit.
no, but like
You've done
as
it
an
before.
example, but like
No, it was
The
original.
owl bit. No, don't reuse bits on my show, bro.
no,
Bro,
but like
I did a different owl bit.
No, bro. I don't like that.
Bro, how many
I thought you
owls
came
are there?
genuine, bro.
How many owls
There's
are there
one
in this
British.
world?
There's only one British.
You
owl.
just said there's a wet
There's
owl.
a one British owl, and that's the same wet owl, and he's British.
Our
and
owl,
he lives in different trees.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to believe anymore. And to be honest, I'm not happy with this.
player. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. As Lebanese British Hugh Jackman,
Right.
would you?
I've really got the claws ready. to go.
Yeah, they're shawarma knives.
Yeah.
He makes you a sandwich at the same time. But look,
No, but I get it. I totally understand.
But I
what
didn't
you're
say
saying.
owl at that party. They didn't say owl at that party.
No.
No, I get it because I can
I made that
understand
up.
it. I mean, because I understand you guys, and I have a friend like you. where
Yeah,
you're
that
like,
you do
it's
that
not,
with.
you're like, it's not my fault that we have a better relationship than you guys have with us. Do you know what I mean? It's just,
But that's probably the
that's what
truth.
it is.
Yeah.
It's like,
Bro, you know, man.
That's where that truth is coming from. It's probably because they can't. It's not that they can't get it. Because most people would just be entertained and hang
they
out.
can get in, and okay, maybe they won't be as funny and quick as you because you're comedians, but they're like, we don't want to force our way into it.
Yeah.
We want it to happen naturally, and you never do it naturally with us. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
but-
like,
but-
why would I do it naturally with you? Because he's the guy I do. Do you know
exactly.
what I
I'm
mean?
not gonna.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna substitute in
I'm not
somebody.
gonna go
mid,
in and try, and then you
Yeah.
come and you don't know how to
You
do it,
bomb or
and then we're
something.
just having a really weird
No.
story that doesn't exist
Step
about
your game
owls
up,
that
yeah.
doesn't.
Yeah, bro. I mean, like honestly, like why we like with low key comedy show, especially like a lot of the success of the show is because Dave and I are really able to just connect and really make like even like if you give us a crumb, we're like, how can we make this crumb hilarious? You know, and like a lot of things that like happen around us are just funny, and we'll find moments to like really expand on it, and it's fun. Like we're not trying to put on. We're not trying to like be fake. And I think a lot of the show, the success of the show is because it's so genuine. So him and I are just being genuine, and other people would feel like, oh, like their genuine hilarity together kind of makes me feel like I'm isolated. And we're like, bro, no one's trying to isolate you. Come join us. But it's like, you can't.
Yeah, you can't keep up. So
You can't keep up. And
not
it's
our
like,
fault.
so
Yeah.
so what do you want us to do? You're like, if you're asking us to mute our like us having fun, which is sometimes like that's sort of what it could feel like, but I'm like, nah, bro, I'm not gonna do that.
No, I totally get that. I remember I was traveling around the world with a friend of mine, and literally, we were supposed to go to 9 countries together.
Yeah.
So, I'm like you guys. I'm very confident. I can speak. I can make jokes. I can speak to anyone, and make them feel very confident very quickly and very, comfortable. So he was like, "Oh, you keep getting all the girls. You can't keep doing that." And I was like, "What do you mean?" He was like, "But all the girls like you, and I'm not getting any." And I was like, "What do you mean? You want me to not be myself?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I was
That's
like,
weird.
Yeah, I was like, "This is
That's
really weird, bro. You got to see how weird this is, And that's a similar thing where they're like, kind of dumb down your
Yeah, they
your
don't want us to be.
quickness
Yeah.
just so we can feel okay. It was like, no, well, you go learn some game, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah, and I told him that. I said, I'm not gonna do this anymore. Say, if you can't, I'm not gonna feel like bad or weird that I or stop my riffing with you because of that. And it's just like, yeah, and it sucks because I think it's that. It's just like, well, then you
It's
can't
just
hang
jealousy,
with us.
bro.
Yeah.
It's like literally kid stuff. And also, one thing they got to remember, this is training for us. We're literally in the gym right now. While we're riffing and while we're doing that, we're doing sets. Like we're literally doing reps right now that we need for our job. It's not like, we're getting better by doing this, where you guys are not.
Well,
comedians.
I mean, if I wasn't a comedian, I'd still be this. I would still.
Yeah,
riff.
honestly,
But
you-
what
I
I'm
mean-
saying is it benefits you.
Yeah,
like, even
yeah.
still.
Like when I go to Detroit, bro, like I have a lot of friends that I grew up with,
Same.
and I riff with them, and like we're
Yeah.
having a hilarious time, and we're laughing about shit, and it's just,
My brother, you met my brothers.
Oh my God.
My brother's funnier
So
than
funny.
I am. So it's like, and he riffs all the time and stuff.
remember when he was clowning me when I was in bed?
Oh yeah, my brother loves to he loves to riff. Like if you go to him and you're like, oh, I broke up with my girl, he'll like be there for you, but he also likes to make fun of it. He goes, oh, she probably in a Hellcat right now, huh?
Yeah.
Like stuff.
Yeah. But that's how you gotta be, bro. I'm kind of like that too.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I'll kind of say a joke at a funeral because that's just how I deal with it. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like you just gotta
Yeah.
find the fun in everything. Otherwise, what's the point?
He
You
had
just
this
be
joke,
stressing.
bro, about my brother, about my dad. It's still, I find it the funny. So my dad's one of his closest friends is a mechanic. My dad's always best friends with mechanics, but tries to get us all, like the family, to take the car there. But the family has a suspicion that mechanic isn't the best mechanic. My dad fights for this person.
Yeah.
He's not on the payroll. We don't know. He
Yeah.
might be. He does tough selling.
Yeah.
So he gets my brother Joe he goes, Joe, bring the car to his name is, he goes, bring it to Zaytun is his name. That's his mechanic's name. He goes, bring it to Zaytun. You bring the car there. And my brother's like, no, man, I'm going to go here. He goes, bring it. Okay. So he brings it and he doesn't pay up front. He's going to pay eventually. Right. So my brother is good for the money. So my brother's coming home one day, gets out of the car, is walking up to his porch and he hears, Joseph. And my brother turns around, it's my dad in his van. And my brother's not expecting him. So he goes, Bob, what are you doing here? He goes, what am I doing here? He goes, where's the money, man? He goes, excuse me. He goes, where is the money, man? You said you were going to pay him. Where is the money? And Joe's like, I'll give it to him, bro. Give me some time. He goes, okay, you better give him the money. And rolls the window up. My brother's like, are you trying to roll me?
Oh my God.
It's his
That's what
own
it is,
son.
Bro, do you know the thing is, the Zaytoon doesn't exist, bro. Your dad's the mechanic.
Oh my God.
That's what it is.
Yo.
He just literally puts a fake beard on. The cars come in.
Yeah.
Ah, very smart.
But Joe is like, can tell that story in a comedic. He's just, but we love riffing. And I think that's what you're saying is like, we're always around that. Even if I wasn't doing stand up and the people we're with, sometimes that's not their speed. Do you know what I'm saying? So they're obviously going to be like,
most comedians have issues.
100%.
And when I say issues, I don't mean like normal issues. I mean, they're thinking about 51 different things a second.
Yeah.
Compared to a normal person who's thinking about 2 maybe.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? And it's like, just don't try and understand me because I don't understand me.
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna amend that statement just a little bit.
Okay.
I think everybody has issues, and I think what comedians are able to do is they're able to be honest about them, and we're able to have so much more to say about it. And I think a lot of creatives are able to do that. I think a lot of creatives are able to like make stuff. And a lot of it is inspired by something that could be bothering them. And I think what I'm noticing is that majority of people, they just hold so much in. Yeah. Like they could have something funny to say, but they're judging it. There's too many filters. It's like, what if this is not funny? Then I'm going to be humiliated. What if I say and I make someone angry? See, the thing is the filters are just broken. Yeah. Like we sometimes say shit and it bombs like all the time. Like, bro, like I've said some things. I'm like, yeah, then this happened. And then people are just like, what? And then they just make fun of me for 10 minutes and I enjoy it. I like being made fun of.
And then after that 10 minutes, it's over. It's finished. Like move on to the
next. It doesn't hurt. I bombed yesterday on stage.
Here?
Bro, I did a riff after you and I bombed. I knew the riff bomb and when I said the Arab guy goes, when I was trying to speak Arabic, he goes, stop. But I didn't add the second part and it just bombed. But in my head, I go, I'm just going to keep it moving. But it just like,
and he said stop.
And it was quiet.
Yeah. Then it was quiet. And then some guy was.
You're doing your thing. So I thought, again, this was an original thing that you
No, but that did happen though.
That did happen yesterday.
Yeah, I know. But it's just like,
I'll tell you.
I feel like you guys.
You think we're rehearsing?
Yeah, I feel like you literally rehearsed this hour and a half.
No, I promise you.
To be honest, I don't appreciate that.
I promise.
I thought we were friends because I thought we were doing the riffing thing.
We are doing the riffing.
I wanted to be one of you guys. You guys are annoying.
Jump in, bro. We've been jumping in anytime.
I'll tell you.
Can I not tell my life story anymore?
Right? You're like, if you've ever told it before, I'm deleting it from the podcast. I'm literally gonna instead of bringing this out on Monday, I'm gonna spend another week. And I'm going to Google every single thing you've ever said. And if one thing has been said before, I'm removing it.
Like,
so guys, I hope you enjoyed the 3 minutes of this podcast.
No, that's a lie though. That owl joke was the first time I did
that's
it.
That's a real
and
owl.
His agent was the Joker.
That's the first time. The gun thing is real. I've told.
You have to. I swear. When's your birthday?
July 21st, 1980.
Wallah, I'm sending you a 60s, 1960s pistol for your birthday. And I'm going to send that to you. I need your address. And I want you to wear that on stage.
That's crazy.
Honestly, and don't explain it. Just do it.
I get arrested.
I'm literally going to Google tonight. No, but it will be like a replica, whatever. You're not allowed to carry these replicas?
Are we?
If a guy can stick his arm up a puppet's ass, bro, you can carry a replica pistol, bro.
Oh, sick. That would be sick. My dad had a gun when we were kids.
No,
yeah, my dad had a gun too.
But he had a BB gun.
No, my dad had a real gun. And my dad would just leave it on the bed.
This is real. I never heard this before.
When it's messy, right? When you leave your bed messy, there's just a gun on there. Clean up your
no,
bed,
bro.
Or you know what happens.
The bed is made. The bed is made, and then the gun would just sit over there.
On his bed?
Yeah, well, the bed that he would, him and my mom shared a bed. So, the bed was on there.
Loaded.
Loaded or unloaded?
I don't remember.
That's terrible.
If it was loaded
it's
or
good
unloaded.
that you never found out, to be honest.
Did he ever ask him, though?
Yeah.
Did you ever go, hey, why is there a gun on the... I mean...
He was like, you know what America have done to us.
Yeah.
I'm prepared.
He's waiting for whatever president.
Did you not listen to anything that we told you about our country?
Yeah, the thing is, I didn't ask why there was a gun on the bed, but I should ask him.
But I mean, you also lived in Detroit.
Handgun, right? Not full on Iraqi AK.
No. My brother has a huge situation. I don't know what kind of gun it is, but the thing is, my brother has a gun that's like
His
this.
Brother's blessed. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, no. My brother has like an Andrew Tate sized gun.
Okay.
Shit.
that he has just on his that he has. The thing is like
When you say Andrew Tate size gun, you mean the same size gun as Andrew Tate has, or literally a 6 foot something giant gun?
no, not the size of
That
Andrew
when you
Tate.
pull the trigger, it doesn't bang. It says Bugatti. Like one
Yeah,
of those,
it says
right?
Top G shit.
Top G. Top G.
Top.
Yeah, no man, he has like a huge ass. You know, my brother loves guns. Also, I'm from Detroit, and there's a lot of guns there. So the thing is, a lot of my friends over there are very much into guns and protection, which is weird because they live in the suburbs of Detroit. And there's like no crime there. So like one time I was with one of my boys, and like he was like, "Yo, dude, open the glove compartment." So I'm like, "All right, open the glove compartment." I see 2 guns, and they're both like on some magnets, like that he can just pull out easily. And then I was like, I looked at him and he goes, "Just in case shit goes down, I'm ready." And so I just closed it. And then I was just like sitting in the car ride. And I'm just like, why do you have 2? And then he goes,
Obviously, so I can jump sideways and do this.
yeah. The thing is, bro, these fucking guys want to be Jason Statham.
yeah.
They like, so the thing is, one time we were driving through this construction area, and like this guy told us to stop, right? It was like a stop
The
thing.
same
and then,
Arab guy that told him to
yeah,
stop.
basically the same Arab guy told him to stop was
Stop.
also
Yeah, yeah.
also this
there.
guy was in Cairo.
With the owl on his shoulder.
Owl on
See it
his
all coming
shoulder.
together.
yeah.
Works in the construction business as well.
Okay.
So then this guy started to like walk towards the my boy's door, and then my boy started like reach in his pocket right here, and I'm like, he has a 3rd gun. And then the guy like rolled down his window and he goes, "Hey, so this road's closed. You're gonna have to do a little U-turn." And he goes, "Okay, thank you." Then he did a U-turn, and my boy was like, "Man, that was close."
What was close?
What was close,
Yeah.
bro? Like you're gonna murder
Because-
the state employee.
He goes, "This is not a one-way anymore."
Yeah, he thought it was like a setup, and I'm like, what's going on in his life?
Yeah.
Where he thinks it would like do this whole thing like
Watching
Jason
too many
Bourne.
movies, bro. That's what it is, man. You think it's gonna happen to you, and you're too into it. But then at the same time, like, sorry to say this, but America's stupid, man. Like the amount of shit that happens there that doesn't need to happen for no reason. Like you gotta be careful like that. There could be just one guy who just feels like I'm kidding someone today.
Bro, that would never happen in Dubai. That would never happen.
Nothing
here,
would
bro.
happen in Dubai. Like Dubai is just like one of the safest places in the world, bro.
Yeah.
Like you can literally put your wallet and your phone and everything in a mall, go, come back the next day, it will still be in the same place. With somebody tucked in an extra bit of money and charge your phone with a note saying, by the way, here's a Wi-Fi bundle because you ran out. That will happen.
That's why I love Dubai.
And that's not a joke.
Yeah,
It will.
my job is just leaving my wallet.
I've never locked my car or taken the key out since I bought it in the last 5 years. As in, I don't lock it. I literally get out, close the door, and just leave.
Man, alhamdulillah, bro.
Alhamdulillah.
Honestly, bro, that's so beautiful, bro. Like that, I would say that's one of the things I really love about this city, bro. It's like, there's so much humanity.
Yeah.
No one wants to know, like, no one's gonna steal your shit.
No.
Like even we were at the pool upstairs, and then me and instinctually, Dave's like, "Holy shit, I gotta hide my phone."
Yeah,
No,
because
no,
it's I live in America and Canada.
Yeah, because you're used to it. But I've been in the beach, like open public beach, left my phone on the towel, open, like on top, and literally gone and come back later, like literally half an hour later after a swim, it's still there.
Why do you think there's no crime here?
Because we chop your dick off if you take... No,
Yeah.
because look, here there's rules, right? Stick by the rules. And I think what it is that they have the sentences that you get for stealing and for these things are so long that they make it not worth it. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
and
shit.
everything is CCTV. Like you're not getting away. They will track you to wherever you go.
What's the sentencing if you stole something at the mall? Like if I go into Foot Locker and take some Air Forces.
Find out, man. Let's find out.
No,
Let's
no,
find
no.
out. You wanted the residency here, right?
Yeah.
That's the quickest way to get
Okay.
one, bro.
So what am I looking at?
But
5
it's not-
years?
No, but look, for example, like if you get caught with drugs, it's 5 years,
5 years,
10 years
10.
with a spliff or whatever, or death sentence, which isn't going to happen, but they could give you like a full life thing.
Fuck.
So
Shit. That's how
Wow.
scared I was.
check that.
Yeah, that's how
check
scared I was
Google
that
that. I don't
sentence.
know,
I
just make
couldn't
sure.
swear.
No, but you see what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those things where they make it not worth it. It's like it's not worth it. It's not worth it.
You can drink. You can't drink in public, can you?
No.
You get arrested as
Drink
well.
alcohol in public?
Yeah.
No. You can drink in bars and on the beach and in all
Yeah.
those places, but like there's not that I'm walking around with a can of beer in my hand.
No. Not that I would do.
PDA as well, not happening here. Like you can hold hands with your girl in the street, but there's none of that full-on necking, like people sitting down.
I
doing
love
that.
that.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
I like
bro.
that.
I
too,
love
bro.
that, man.
I like that's
Keep
fucking
that-
cool.
Yeah.
Keep
Like,
that shit in
to
your house,
yourself.
bro.
Like, well, you have to share that with everyone.
I think it's so cool, bro, that they're like, you know, yeah, man. It's just it is gross, bro. Like honestly, man. Like
It's not that it's gross. It's like ain't
going to a
nobody-
club and seeing just two people
No,
like.
no, no. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
but the club is one thing, but people do that in normal
public,
places, like in
saying-
a park.
Yeah, it's like I don't want to see
you
that.
do that in the park.
And it's
Got
it's
kids with
never
me
the
and stuff.
bestest
Yeah.
looking
Yeah,
couple.
yeah, right. It's always
always
a
some-
spider and some bald dude. or
Yeah,
something like that,
I don't
bro.
want to
And
see
it's just
this,
like,
bro. Come on.
Spider, it's a
Fuck's
fault. Yo, he
sake.
came at you.
Yeah.
with legs like
You
that,
just got
bro.
AJ'd.
Yeah, right. Twice,
I'm not
Rah,
afraid.
rah.
I'm not afraid.
guys. Tell me something because we are gonna have to wind it up because I need to pick up my kids in 10 minutes. But fuck them, they can stay in the reception for another 20 minutes. What is the future holding for you guys apart from moving to Dubai and living here and just having
You read my mind, yeah. And having a family. I'm looking for my Dubai wife.
right?
I hope this podcast will help me find my Dubai wife.
He's looking for love. He was looking for it in all the wrong places.
All the
before, and
wrong
now he's
places.
looking for it in
I'm
all the
looking
right
forward
places.
to
Yeah, Dave's also looking for the rest of his clothes to cover his
Yeah,
knees.
right.
Yo, y'all don't even know though. Look, I'm looking right at the
Bro.
camera. Look, get this on. People have told me, multiple people have complimented, said, man, your legs. People I've known for 10, 15 years. They see my legs and they're like, look at these calves, bro.
Bro, to be honest, I've got tiny calves, so I press them against here to make them.
Yeah,
look
see,
good.
look at this. Dude, look at this sexy ass leg, bro.
Man, this guy's
He's playing
Lebanese.
around,
Literally,
man.
you literally just had a nut flash just there. You just literally nut flashed the camera.
Sorry.
Wait, did he? No, your nuts you were just showing?
That's all right.
Do it again. Let
Only
me
one.
see.
Only one of them.
The only one.
Let
no.
me see.
No, you only get.
he's like,
yeah.
he's like, oh shit, this might actually be real. I'm not gonna do it again, right?
No, bro, you're wearing pants,
Yeah,
bro.
right.
Where does the future hold for us?
Yeah, no, but seriously though.
Oh yeah, what do you?
no,
wanna
no, no.
answer?
But wait. Seriously though.
Okay, he can answer
because he's
first.
gonna be like. So basically, we signed up to go on a UFO, right? And we're gonna start a new civilization of people.
Hilarious.
Here we go.
Well, I would say this. Dave and I love the Middle East.
Yeah.
We feel like it's sort of like we just discovered this new part of ourselves, and we just feel so intoxicated and inspired by it, and our hearts are so full when we're here. So I would say definitely more shows in the Middle East.
Yeah.
We definitely want to create more content that is about our experience in the Middle East. So in terms of us creating, we definitely want to continue to tell our stories and learn more about ourselves and express that through doing stand-up shows, more tours, inshallah, and then, creating, documentary type stuff or a film or narrative. I mean, we have a couple ideas that Dave and I have been kicking around. In terms of what I got going on, I am continuing to do my own tour, and I'm going to shoot my special in October in Detroit. I'm going to shoot my first stand-up special, so I'm really excited about that. And I'm on an animation that's going to be released next year that is was created by Rami Youssef
Nice.
and produced by A24, and it's going to be on Amazon. The name of that animation is called Number One Happy Family USA. That's coming out in 2024. So that's coming out. And also I'm posting content every day, man, on social media, trying to continue to drive those numbers to get, people to come out. So, if you see me in a city, come through. Love to see you.
Boom.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. I am fully honest with you. It's like it's a gig. I
Just
did-
knowing that he started with that, just
no,
already.
I
leaves me-
didn't.
Look at the way his arms are crossed. Look at the way everything.
No, I just had this gig that just came up. This is for the camera guys as
Yeah,
well. It's like, somebody saw me on a podcast talking about my emotions, and which is hard for me. Sometimes I'm not always vulnerable, but they had presented. They called me in. It was a sports. It was first started with the NBA. They called me in. They said, "Look, we want to open up these players." And I go, "What do you mean, like open them up in the plays?" He goes, "No, emotionally." So what we have you do is like before or after the practice, you come in and obviously you have no basketball skills whatsoever, but we'll let you dribble a bit. And as you're dribbling with, let's say, Kevin Durant, you start speaking. And then hopefully you get some of the feelings out that what's bothering them emotionally, so that it opens them up and they're super relaxed. And then they can, maybe they could help their game or play the game. That's what I'm enrolled in, possibly.
So it's like an emotional and one.
I'm basically an emotional support dog,
Okay.
basically like that. So it's like I'm there.
Yeah, like Air Bud.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be doing that. I'm gonna be doing that in like not only in the NBA, but I mean we're gonna do
Soccer, everything, man.
soccer,
Movement,
junior
yeah.
hockey, like whatever you curling. I might.
MMA.
What are the
yeah.
motherfuckers that do this shit?
That's
Oh,
curling.
yeah,
But I'm gonna have to learn how to go side by side with them sometimes.
While you're,
So that's the training. They're actually gonna send me.
crab walk training. So they're gonna send you to an island.
No,
basically,
not
so
even.
you can watch the crabs and
I
then learn
wish
from
they're-
them, right?
they're sending
How to do
me
the sideways.
somewhere cold in Canada, like the northwest, somewhere really cold, and they're gonna put me out.
Colorado.
No, even colder, like Winnipeg, and they're gonna put me on the ice, and they're gonna push me down. They showed. I already did it. They have a clock, and they're gonna push me as they're doing that, and I have to like start talking to these guys. I go, so what was your father like? Is your father all right?
So how does that make you feel?
Yes. How does that? Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
be doing all that. So I mean, who knows? We might shoot it, but I mean, I'm just doing. Some people would say the Lord's work.
Yeah, just keeping yourself open for every opportunity, right?
Yeah, that's all. So
Are you going to continue to wear your hat backwards for the rest of your career?
no.
You don't feel like you got a new look now? This is a new cooler you? Like that's a bit more hip with the kids?
No, I think I mean, who knows? Actually, I've been approached with many jobs. Only they once asked me if I could be a assistant to a teleprompter.
Okay.
So I would stand next to the teleprompter and I would
Sign
and calm the person down if they're going to ahead of the teleprompter. I go,
Yeah. You give them the sound. Yeah. No, I feel like you're going too fast. Slow down. But at the same time, still be like, is everything okay? He uses the other job and talks him through it. What's okay?
yeah, I double up.
Yeah,
he
it's like,
doubles
and
up.
we'll go back after these messages. I can't fucking do it.
So that's what I'm up to, though.
Yeah.
No.
No, man, I love that. Honestly.
Thanks, man.
So, what are you really up to, man?
Come on.
Yeah, bro.
Okay, but any specials coming or anything like that, or anything that you're working on that you want to push?
No, I mean you can watch.
You can watch. I'm in Steven Seagal's new
Yeah,
project.
Steven Seagal's
New project.
Yeah, no, you can see. Sorry, you could see. You could see all seasons of Rami.
Yeah.
Is it an OSN out here?
Yeah, I was.
Okay, and then also I'm gonna be. I did a movie that's coming out in the fall. It's called Sometimes I Think About Dying with Daisy Ridley, and then the rest and an ensemble of wonderful actors that are involved in it as well. And you can catch my special called Miseducation of a Fuckboy.
Okay. Starring you, Jean-Claude Van Damme.
On YouTube, man.
Okay.
But the beginning part was exciting.
Yeah.
Then it went to boring.
Yeah.
No, it didn't go to
No,
boring.
but
Those are exciting stuff. I'm just joking.
I do want to say this. Sometimes I think about dying. I've seen the movie twice. It is a phenomenal movie, and Dave is the lead of the film. And it is a phenomenal story, exceptionally well directed, and Inshallah comes out in the Middle East, and I can't wait for people to watch it.
It's out already,
No, it's coming out in the fall.
but you can send me a link, right?
I don't know if because he watched it.
You got to fucking watch it.
He watched it on
to
Sunday.
you?
No,
I
he
saw it
watched-
twice.
No, he didn't. He watched it. He watched it because Sundance had when it went to Sundance in January, and you could watch it at the time. You could get like tickets to watch it online, and that's where he watched it. Is like he watched it online. There was like a period of like I think 3 or 4
I like
days.
the way that he's going. Yeah, like he doesn't even know what you're talking about.
No, he knows.
No, I do. No.
That's
I
where he
mean,
watched it.
I saw it once, and then once I saw it, I was like, I gotta watch this again because I want to see it more carefully. Because also, it's like, sometimes when you're watching something, like I'm realizing more often, I'm just so distracted. Where like I'll watch something, then I like text, and then it's like you can't watch something and have your phone near you. You can't really do
you can't
much.
do anything with your phone.
You really can't.
So
bro.
he basically what he's saying is he watched. It went to Sundance. That's called a plug. I plugged that. It's called a big ups. So we went to Sundance, big festival, big film festival,
Biggest festival in the world.
biggest festival in the world.
Holla.
I've never acted in a film, first time going to Sundance, and he got to watch it there twice. He can watch it online, and then hopefully the world can watch it when it comes out in the fall, and it's exciting stuff.
Yeah, I just can't wait for it to come out in another language, and like there's an actor dubbing Dave's voice in like Spanish or like
I
in
can't
Arabic.
speak
Which
Spanish,
could
yeah.
still suit your face, to be honest.
I don't know if that was a diss. Or...
No, because this is the one thing about
Tell me about my
Lebanese
face.
people, bro.
Tell me about my face.
No, let me tell you something. I've had people come up to me speaking Albanian. I've had people come up to me speaking Italian. I've had people come up to me speaking Spanish.
You look like all three. So
right? I've had people come up to me. So the funny thing about Lebanese is you can't quite
figure out.
They can look like so many different people, like so many different countries. It has this thing, the Lebanese, I don't know, especially because we have like Iraqis, other Arabs, black hair. It's very kind of like, we have like blonde hair, blue eyes, green eyes and all that mixture. Like we have like very extremely handsome guys, good bodies and stuff.
You're talking about yourself, right?
Yeah.
We have that kind of thing. So you could easily pass.
I take that. I mean, I've always wanted to pass as an Albanian.
Right? You could play a good
I could play
boss.
good
Albanian boss, right?
Yeah, I could do that. I'll murder your whole family. Not yours.
I mean, not
actors.
with a Canadian accent. But if you
I don't know what an Albanian accent is, but
just mean.
I'll figure it out. I got time. I got time. Yeah, but I want to say though, we both did an honest way of plugging what our future is, and we are both excited about the future. And I do the beginning portion of my plug was make believe. I don't want it to be out there that I am going to work for the NBA.
But you never know. You might get it from
who knows?
Because of that. You might get that job.
I could. I'm putting it out into the universe, and I hope putting it out to both gods. So.
No, guys, honestly, I've had an amazing time. I don't want to cut it short. I feel like we still need 3 more episodes to even like get started on this.
To our psyches.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, man, we got a lot to talk about, bro.
I feel like, you got a lot to talk about and we need to do it again.
We did so well that one of our friends off camera fell asleep for 45
right?
minutes.
Yeah.
But that's how I'm going to pan the episode. I'm going to
Yo, honestly, I thought
that's how
we're
going to end it. We're going to literally turn the camera and it's going to zoom into his face.
Yo, I thought he was one of the mannequins. I'm like, what superhero is this?
All right, listen.
What Toronto superhero is this?
Badman خلص episode after we finish. I want you to turn the camera and zoom right into his face. Close as close as possible.
Bro, this guy.
And we'll end with that.
Can we just put ET next to him?
Right? We're just gonna end like that, and I'm gonna put some like "Hello Darkness, my old friend," like music in the background. But guys, honestly, if I didn't have to go get the kids now, I would do another 2 hours, man. But you're more than welcome anytime.
I thank you for having
your
us.
house.
We
had an amazing time. Good luck
bro.
with the spider and the horse.
Thank you.
The gorilla.
Thank you, brother.
I hope we have the best life together.
And bro, thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
No, bro. Honestly, it's like when Nasi told me you got to get these guys on. I just, when you have friends where you know that you don't need to question anything they say. Like when Nasi said that, I was like, okay, cool. You don't even have to send me their profiles or whatever, because I knew that you guys were going to be dope. And beautiful friendship we have just started blossoming now.
Habibi.
And I expect to FaceTime you guys twice a week, every week.
Can't wait, bro. Wallah.
Yeah, man. When are you guys back?
I don't know yet.
I hope to be.
Bro, man, maybe we could do a Jibber Jabber low-key collab.
Let's do it.
Bro, what if we did a live podcast in a theater, bro?
Bro, it's something I've been thinking about doing for sure. And I've got the theater ready.
Player.
When do you leave?
We leave Friday.
Yeah.
Okay, let's plan that. And then you'll come back for it. And then we'll sell out the tickets and do it.
Inshallah, bro. I'm down.
And let's bring Nasi as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
bro.
There'll be 4 of us on there because Nasi is wanting to come back anyway. We're working on a couple of things to kind of get him back and do something. So
Because what we do, we could perform, and then you basically interview us. We do an interview situation. Narcy can perform, and then interview him, and then all 4 of us.
In the end, we just all chat shit.
Oh,
Yeah. Sounds good. Guys, I've been AJ. They've been Canadian and American. Say boom.
Bye.
Boom.
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 Jabba.